Baseball is dead.
Rest in peace.
Got a lot to talk about today. Got a bunch of topics. I put together a rundown because I was like, listen, I thought of one thing and then I thought of another thing. Then I thought of a third thing. And I was like, I should probably write these down. And as I was writing them down, I was like, wait a second. We have a ton of topics to talk about. And there's no like lead story, so to speak. There's no like obvious place to start. So it's kind of just going to be topic roulette as we roll through all of these. You know where I want to start? Because this wasn't even on the rundown that I sent to you guys. It was the last thing that I saw before we hit record. We're recording on, what's today, Wednesday? Wednesday at about 12:30 Eastern Standard Time. And this tweet hit the interwebs at about 11:55. So about a half hour ago. And I don't even know if you guys saw this. This is from Levy Weaver on Twitter. Jacob deGrom felt tightness in his left side, and given the cold weather and how early it is in camp, we're told they're going to hold him back a day or two. We're told the seriousness level is such that he would play through it if it were the regular season.
Well, what? Okay, so we're day 2 into the regular season. Is he playing through it?
Probably not.
All right. What if it's September 28th? Rangers are 2.5 out. He's taken the ball on short rest because he's had to make the last 4 starts on short rest. God willing, he's been able to. Is he taking the ball then?
Maybe. Not on short rest. No.
All right. What if it's June and deGrom is like, look, dude. New map just dropped. I've been up. It's kind of a thing, but is he taking the ball then?
Maybe. I think that there is a scenario where maybe he does, but none of the. I would say you'd have to go down a list of like 5 or 6 scenarios before you get to the scenario in which he would. Like if this were the playoffs, like, but he said regular season. If this were the playoffs, he probably takes the ball because it's like, we're the Texas Rangers. We haven't been there in a while, and we literally signed you to get to this point. You got to take the ball. Like, good luck with all the Toradol coursing through your veins.
Dude, I'm just laughing at the fucking like today is the 15th. I believe teams are even waiting until tomorrow to have some pitchers and catchers officially report. So today,
I think today's like the day.
A majority. I mean, if you look, there's going to be teams that are reporting today and some teams that report tomorrow.
Yeah.
So
the only reason why I said today for sure was because I saw that the Detroit Tigers mandatory report, like a lot of guys came in and were supposed to be there on Monday, but like the mandatory report day was today for the Tigers, and Eduardo Rodriguez is not there. Like he's doing it again. He's ghosting the Tigers again. But that's a different story. Anyways,
it's a whole deja vu all over again, bro.
DeGrom's missing time. I don't know what's happening there. I feel bad.
What I'm laughing at, like I said, is that it's day 1. It's report day. And it's not odd that you might feel something, a little awkward, whatever he's been throwing, and now he just feels a little something. That's completely normal. That is completely normal. I know the ears perk up, the eyes widen because it's Jacob deGrom. And we've been talking about, do you get a full season of him? And so that's why eyes widen and ears perk. But the idea that we've already assessed, it's pitchers and catchers reporting day, but we've already assessed the injury to the point where he'd be pitching through this if it were June. You know, that's no big deal. It's no big deal at all. Really? Would he? How many fucking innings is he ready to roll right now? Oh, that's right. What, 1, 2, maybe 2? So he'd pitch through this? Stop it. Just stop. Like it feels like you're doing everything you can to get out in front of. It's not a big deal. It's not a big deal. Everybody chill out.
You have to do that.
What?
I don't know that there was a ton of criticism that came the Texas Rangers way. I mean, obviously some people criticize it by saying that we use the term reckless in terms of the commitment that the Rangers made to Jacob deGrom. They probably came in hotter than any other team on the market that was interested in signing deGrom. But you make a commitment like that, both financially and long term in terms of the years, and day one, you got something barking at you. Yeah, you're going to be doing damage control. There's probably people in that front office that are already freaking out about, like, we did this with a dude that has a pretty sizable injury history. And now day one, you're rolling this guy out there and you've got to say, all is well. It's just a little tug here. But yeah, Mets fans are sitting there saying, we've been there and we've done that. Joe, you can speak to this as being a huge Mets guy. They are probably looking at this saying, good fucking luck. We know what this means. We know what, he would pitch through this if it were the regular season. It's only a little injury and he'll be fine in a couple of days. Mets fans know what that means.
I'll tell you. It's I don't know if is this a deGrom thing or just people we pay attention when it's deGrom, but he's the king of like, it's nothing, but you know what I mean?
We'll be back in June. We'll see you in June.
That's it. It's not that he's the king of it. That's been a narrative surrounding him his entire career. So like the king of it is one thing. Sure, you can call him the king of it. This is, for better or worse, what his career has been colored with. Right? That is what it is. Injury speculation. How much are we going to get out of this dude? Because you saw the flash of a healthy season. And you're like, well, this is the fucking best thing going. This is the best thing that baseball has going on the mound when it's healthy. So otherworldly, but you only got that once. So it's understandable why, like you said, Jared, the damage control hat gets put on and everybody starts to scramble. I tell you what's really happening is that first dinner tonight amongst the training staff, or when the doors finally close, the last player's out of there, those Mets training staff members look at each other and go, hey, huh? It looks like the scene from Ace Ventura when he leaves the monastery and the monks are just fucking backflipping and celebrating and losing their mind. They're like, not our problem. Not our fucking problem anymore. Jay Horowitz, the Mets PR guy, loving life right now. I don't have to concoct any sort of out of the side of my mouth statement about how Jacob deGrom and the training staff is going to catch this little nasty flare up here day one, and they're going to get on top of it, and this isn't going to be, he doesn't have to deal with that. He doesn't have to, he's got to deal with some other shit, but he doesn't have to deal with that.
So would you, in your expert opinion, this is the day one of spring training. I'm assuming he's thrown baseballs before this. Is this happened today, or is this something they knew and just didn't say anything until today?
It could be a matter of, hey, maybe it happened today, or maybe it's didn't see Jacob deGrom playing catch today. What do you have for us on that front? Has he been thrown coming into camp? Blah, blah, blah. And now you have to answer that like, yeah, hey, Jake, just like everybody else, came into camp ready to go. He had already had some side sessions or some light side sessions. And here's the thing is guys who come in with injury history, you try to map out a plan that has you getting ready and hitting the ground running and timing that with the start of the season. So if you're somebody who doesn't take a long time necessarily, but you do have injuries and little ticky-tack stuff to worry about, maybe you're somebody who gets it going earlier so you can get those kinks ironed out. Or maybe you're at a point in your career where you're like, look, we don't need to take this any faster than we need to. We don't need to try to rush this any more than we need to. We know we've got time. Let's make sure we're checking all the boxes here health-wise before we really let it roll. So, Jake, hey, I know it's report day, buddy, let's take 2 or 3 days before we pick up a ball again just to make sure that everything's okay here. All right? Sound good? Sound good. Maybe it was the long flight. I don't know. Maybe it was the drive. Who knows what it was? But let's maybe
you're just Jacob deGrom. And this is what it is. Yeah.
Well, that's why he wanted to play close to home, is so he didn't have to drive as far. It was supposed to make him more healthy. Obviously not.
Well, we'll see.
We will see.
It's something to keep an eye on. I just wanted to put it on everyone's radar. This is not something that we can... What?
You paused. You cut
Sounds
out.
like you're back now.
You're back.
Was
now.
it the internet?
I think it's your internet.
That can't
you-
be. The fucking router's right there.
You froze. I don't know if you said anything during that time, but you definitely froze.
That's really annoying. I'm going to fucking strangle the Comcast guy. The fucking router's right there. Like, that shouldn't happen. There's nothing else running in this house.
So perfect right now. Jerry going on an internet rant when his internet goes. Tell me more. No, tell me more. Oh, really?
Oh,
He's back.
that makes no fucking sense. There's
It's like
nothing.
Dallas in the hotel room, bro.
There's nothing running in this house, and the router is in the next room. Anyways,
Gotta start breaking down walls, man.
no, I'm gonna fucking get the Comcast. I literally went to Comcast, and I was like, hey, like I think I need like more like speed. And they're like, oh, what are you doing?
Internet, bro. You know
He's
who
like-
the fuck
he's
I
like-
am?
No, and he was like, what are you, like a streamer? I was like, no. He's like, do you like play video games? Like, are you streaming video games? I was like, no. And he's like, all right, then you should be fine. I was like, how the fuck would you know?
Why do they do that? Like, oh, you want to spend more on internet? No, dude, you don't game. Like, we're not going to let you pay more for internet.
Well, that's what you need to tell him. Yes, I stream. I stream a fucking show, but let's go.
Yeah, it's fucking nuts. Literally, the router's right next door. Anyways, we'll keep an eye on the Jacob deGrom situation. No need to make that a huge deal right now because it's all just, I guess, tentative for right now. The new rules. So our friend Jeffrey Passan had this column about the balk rule. They're really cracking down on balks and the pitch deliveries. So if you're Luis Garcia, the whole rock the baby thing, can't do it no more.
Yeah.
Can't do it. Can't hang with them. I'm going to pull up this thing right here because it is kind of like difficult to explain. Major League Baseball is from Jeffrey Passan, ESPN, the worldwide leader in sports. Major League Baseball plans to emphasize enforcement on the balk rule in 2023 as it implements sweeping rule changes, including a pitch clock that will place more focus on the arcane rule, league officials said Tuesday. Quote, we have slipped a little bit centrally with calling the rule book illegal pitches and balks, said Morgan Sword. What a great last name, Sword.
Sweet.
MLB is executive vice president of operations at a media briefing to explain the rules in greater depth. The balk, which is intended to keep pitchers from deceiving runners on base, can be called by umpires for more than a dozen reasons. Balks are assessed only with runners on. Prohibited deliveries with the bases empty are deemed illegal pitches. The import of both is especially acute with the new pitch timer rule, which mandates a pitcher throw within 15 seconds of receiving the ball with the bases empty and 20 seconds with runners on. If a pitcher balks, runners advance one base. So I'm just going to scoot down here. A number of pitchers, including Houston's Luis Garcia, Toronto's Kevin Gausman, Boston's Kenley Jansen, and the Chicago White Sox Mike Clevenger, are expected to change their deliveries on account of the new rules. In the cases of Garcia and Clevenger, their potential violations come from the windup in which they have significant movement, with Garcia rocking his arms and taking 2 side steps before throwing, and Clevenger looking like he's dancing with his foot movement. Clock operators are supposed to turn off the pitch timer when a pitcher starts in his delivery, and accordingly, umpires have been told that a pitcher is allowed 1 step to the back or the side before moving toward the plate to throw. Gausman and Jansen's issues are out of the stretch. Gausman would tap his front foot and not come to a fully set position, while Jansen would come set, then twitch his front hip and leg. Out of the set position, the clock stops when a pitcher lifts his front leg.
This all gets talked about in cycles. This was a thing when Mariano Rivera was doing it. And then it became understood that if this is a part of your windup or a part of your delivery every time, you have to do this every time. And if that's the case, good, no harm, no foul. So if you're not deviating from that in an effort to deceive, that's what they're trying to prevent. And nobody had an issue with Mo. And then you see other guys start to do it. There's a guy, closer for the Giants, Rob Nin. Rob Nin would do it. just kind of tap with the foot a little. And that would throw some guys off. But again, if these are dudes who are doing it every time, there is no deception involved, then it's kind of like, all right, no harm, no foul. Everybody can move on. Everybody knows what they're getting here. With Clevenger, you can see there's a lot of gyration going on. Kenley Jansen, not a lot of gyration, but the hands, the coming set, the foot, like all of that is in an effort to deceive, to disrupt timing. Now, not necessarily deceive or disrupt the timing of the runner, but of the hitter, so that they're not picking up on certain movements and timing of that sort. I almost want to ask you to go back and read the opening sentence or the opening line to that, because it is as hypocritical as there is anything in our game. Why, oh dear, why would you allow pickoffs if you're not supposed to be deceiving the runner? What am I doing then? Exactly what am I doing? I'm trying to prevent you from moving up 90 feet, stealing the base, or I'm trying to prevent you from getting such a lead that you take yourself out of double play territory. I am supposed to be trying to deceive you, the runner, so that you don't just take off. So you're telling me I can pick off, but I can't deceive the runner? So then why do we have pickoffs? Why don't I just step off the mound and go, hey, get back. I see you. And then, all right, the runner's got to get back. Why don't we just do that? Why would you allow me to run the risk of throwing a fucking ball if I can't deceive the runner in the first place? So my whole point there is, aren't we just looking the other way by even allowing pickoffs? If you're telling me I can't deceive the runner?
The changing of the balk rule is I think that's going to be one of the most impactful rule changes. Like, we keep talking about the bigger bases and the defensive shifts. Like, this balk rule is really gonna fuck with pitchers.
It's all about the guys. It's all about the guys who have it ingrained in their mechanical approach to set multiple times, right? Or set with the foot multiple times. Tap, 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 tap as they're coming set. Tap, 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 all the way up the mound. Like, they're basically gonna look at all of those individuals and go and speak to them and go, you got to shut this shit down. Okay. Yeah. This is done now. So whatever you need to do, if you tapped your fucking foot on the ground 4 times on the way up to coming set, that shit's got to stop. You got to stop.
Kenley Jansen is double fucked because of the balk rule and then the pitch clock. He's one of the slowest. What? What? You can't hear
it. We didn't hear any of that.
Kenley Jansen is double.
And that's all we got.
Am I cutting out or is my mic cutting out?
It's you.
You're cutting out and you're freezing.
Bro, I'm going to fucking flip the fuck out on this dude.
You just,
I literally
how's the internet in Saugus Domingo treating you, huh? Fucking.
I drove there and told this guy what I do and what I need. And he told me, no, you're good, dude.
He's like, oh, cool. You what do you make trinkets in your basement and sell them on the home shopping? That's fun. That's cool. That's cute. We got an internet package for you.
Anyways, I'm gonna fucking flip out.
Kenley
Jansen is double fucked because of the balk rule and now because of the pitch clock. Like, that's half his effectiveness is deception and making the guy at the plate think. It's like, what are you going to think about? I'm probably throwing a cutter.
Lulling you to sleep, right? Your boy DP, David Price. David Price on the record is saying, I deliberately work slow at times as part of my game plan.
Clay Buchholz's another one that did that.
I mean, there's guys who, Chris Bassett is another guy who works deliberately. So that'll be interesting. But I just, like, I've always, the balk thing and the idea that you're telling me I can't deceive runners or you don't want me to deceive runners but you're allowing this play to be a part of the game. So then you tell me how I should be executing this. If you're telling me that I can't deceive the runner, but I'm allowed to throw over there, can you explain why I'm throwing over there? Am I throwing over?
Sorry to interrupt.
No,
but I think the point with that is not that they're deceiving the runner, is that they're deceiving the umpires and when the pitch clock is supposed to start or stop. Because if you're lifting your foot up, it's harder for them to tell like when the motion began. And if it's a violation.
I'm not arguing for sure. I'm not arguing the nuance of why they're forcing these guys to do that. Joey, that is it right there. Is we have to have a line of demarcation as individuals who are running the timer. We have to have a movement that we can cue on to start the clock. So if you're somebody who, and now you're asking somebody to tell the difference between the way Josh Hader comes set as opposed to Kenley Jansen and the foot tapping. And it's like, oh shit, I forgot that this is Hader and he taps 5 times and I started it on the 3rd tap. That's my bad. Shit. That's what they're preventing. That's what they're trying to circumnavigate. So
when you played, was this allowed? The foot tap shit seems new to me, and it looks to me like a balk every time. But when you played, wouldn't they call that?
No, it was allowed because it wasn't as egregious as we see today. And there were conversations about guys who were a little egregious with it. But like I said, like Mariano, like it was understood that he was doing that. We all knew what he was doing. He wasn't at any point trying to backdoor you at second base in the middle of his fucking come and set nodding. And you know what I mean? Like you just knew. So there wasn't. Yeah.
They're tapping like crazy. And is that, you're saying that's to deceive the hitter? Because I was like, is that to deceive the hitter or like for a momentum thing to get more like power?
Yes. So like what you see Clev do, it's all about settling in and like firing, right? You want to feel like you're firing. You want your hips firing. You want your glutes activated. You want your lower half firing, but you're trying to create rhythm. You're trying to create rhythm out there. And that's what moving like that does. And like straight up, Sean Manaea is a guy who does this a lot. And a lot of guys do this, but I focus on him because he was such a vibe on the mound. Like when that dude's rolling and he's going good, you see that big son of a bitch out there just kind of staring you down, just kind of like swaying ever so much to the left and right. You can see him just kind of swaying on his feet just a little bit. And that's him. He's feeling it, right? He's in the flow state, the rhythm. And pitching is so much about timing and rhythm. And if any of that is off for you on the mound, you just don't feel comfortable. So when you have to recalibrate those movements, there's going to be an adjusting period. You're going to have to find something else that gets you comfortable.
It's like that movie with Keanu Reeves where the kid's listening to what the fuck the big
Hardball.
Yeah, Hardball, where he's dancing with the headphones on. That's what the pitchers are looking
G-Baby?
like. G-Baby. And I love it when you call me Big Pop, but that's what these clowns are looking like on the mound, bro. Fidgety, but swag. Not anymore.
Not anymore, apparently.
So it's gonna fuck some people up at least a little bit.
Manny
All these rules are.
Manny used to in left field. He had the Oakleys that had the earbuds that were attached to him. So he would be listening to his iPod while he was in left field.
Like I wore those during BP, not during not during a big league
major
ball
league
game.
Yeah. Manny gives no fucks. Never has, never will. Unless it's about our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. And then he does care. It was very funny seeing the bases with there was a picture that I tweeted out earlier today of all the reporters gathered around the old base and the new base, and they were just all taking pictures of it. It looked like a red carpet, and then you look down, it's like, oh, these are bases that they're taking photos of. I forget who said it. Someone maybe it was JJ who was Hubs before Hubs. Jack Joe Keenan. He tweeted something like, I hope that they find a way to, like, with the broadcast to, like, say someone slides in and, like, they're safe. It's like, well, with the old bases, they would have been out. Like, a way to kind of look at that. I'm sure that they can. Like, they've got, like, the graphics and way to do that.
It's going to be really easy. Like when the safe call is made, because the hand gets to the very corner of the bag before the tag gets applied, you can just go, well, Kipe, last year, he's not going to have that inch to work with. There's a lot of people who are disappointed now that he doesn't have that inch to work with.
Right.
We know Dallas has been studying, dude. Been getting his lines ready for spring training.
Yeah. Dallas, by the way, I feel like you're going to be the last organization to have that kind of technology.
What are you talking about? They implement this shit across the league, bud.
You're going to have to look at it and be like, well, I guess it looks like he probably would have been out last year. Is
that what you think's going on? We don't even have replay. It's just me going, all right, hey, if you close your eyes, I'm going to tell you what happened. All right.
Yeah. It's just some dude in the truck that's manually rewinding the tape. He's like, all right, Dallas, got it for you. That bang bang play in the second. I know it's the fifth, but we got it. Here we go.
Oh, hey, speaking of trucks, go ahead, come in. I got something to show you.
What are you showing me?
I'm gonna send it to the group chat.
All right. Well, Dallas is doing that. There's one thing that I know that they do have out in Oakland, and that is Blue Moon.
Blue Moon.
Because trades, free agency, roster cuts, baseball season feels so far away, but excitement is already building. Blue Moon gives you a dose of ballpark nostalgia without even being at the park. In fact, Blue Moon was born in a ballpark at the Sandlot Brewery in Denver, Colorado. Its bold flavor, bright explosion of color, and iconic orange slice ritual guarantees a one-of-a-kind beer experience year round. Jake, are you back there right now? Where the fuck's Jake? Jake?
What do you say, Jake?
Yeah, I mean, you cut out, but I love me some Blue Moons.
Yeah, I love me some Blue Moons. That's all right. It's still recording on my end. Jake loves his Blue Moons. From its refreshing flavor with Valencia orange peel for a subtle sweetness and hints of coriander, Blue Moon Belgian-style wheat ale is a one-of-a-kind beer that's made brighter. It's carefully crafted and full-flavored with refreshing notes and a smooth, creamy finish. Why strike out with the same old beer when you can get something that's one of a kind? Best served with a signature orange garnish to showcase its beautiful hazy color. A beer this good only comes around once in a blue moon, but you can enjoy it all off season long. Make winter feel like spring training. Blue Moon Belgian style wheat ale is one of a kind every time. Get Blue Moon delivered by visiting get.bluemoonbeer.com/rocket to see your delivery options. That is get.bluemoonbeer.com/rocket. Blue Moon, made brighter. Celebrate responsibly. Blue Moon Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado Ale. You can't even make this shit up, Dallas.
What?
The second ad read is Comcast Xfinity.
Fuck yes. Tell me more.
Yeah. That's crazy. That's crazy.
I gotta tell you, I've been experiencing some spotty internet service here as of late.
Yeah.
Hopefully you can steer me in the right direction.
That's crazy. That's nuts. Did you see, we were talking about Mariano Rivera. Did you see that he told Edwin Diaz, he called Edwin Diaz a piece of shit? Did you see that?
Well, what?
Oh yeah.
No, I don't believe that's how it went down. I don't believe it. Look. If you're gonna stick the microphone in somebody's face, and you're gonna ask, I mean, I understand.
I'll play the clip, but
I understand what the question was.
He called him a piece of shit.
Stop it.
He did.
That's not what
this is Hall of Famer Mariano Rivera calling All-Star closer Edwin Diaz a piece of shit.
What was your reaction to people comparing his entrance song, Narco, to Enter Sandman?
There's no comparison.
Thank you.
There's no comparison with that. You know, that song was there for 17 years and many championships. So there's no comparison.
Perfect. I had to sneak a little bit of a hardball in there.
Yeah, that's all right with me.
You know what?
Yeah.
You know what, Dallas?
No, I think if you're quiet,
Dallas,
you can hear
what?
it. You can hear the translation loosely.
No.
Till he says he could shove that fucking trumpet up his ass. His music's nowhere near. Like I think I heard
No,
that.
Dallas is cut out. No.
No.
No. I think that if you're Mariano Rivera,
Mhm.
then you have to be like, listen, that song was an electric factory. You got to pass the torch. But these old school Yankees, they've got these
out of here.
Pass the torch. Get out of the way.
Fuck
You're
you.
old news.
Fuck
Mariano
you.
Rivera's old news. No, pass the torch.
Kiss my
And-
ass. Pass the
Nope.
torch. Shove that
No, no, no,
torch
no.
directly up your ring of fire, pal,
Crowds,
because there's
crowds
no
never
chance. The fuck out of here.
The vibes was
No.
never the same.
No.
Like you can't compare the. He's right. You can't compare
Jared?
the two because there would be.
You can't even have the same conversation. How I'm refusing to have the conversation with you right now.
like
that's what
Mariano
everybody else should
Rivera.
do.
Mariano Rivera's Enter Sandman was kind of like the Undertaker. It was more like ominous, and people were like, "Ooh, But like Narco
No, you-
for
you
Edwin
know how
Diaz
this
is
is
more
coming.
like Stone Cold Steve Austin, where it was like like everyone would go. It's two different atmospheres. It's two completely different atmospheres. So he's right. There is no comparison. But like he's trying to be like, I'm the fucking best, and no one else can have an entrance theme. Only I can have one. That's basically what he's saying, which is like, stop being a douchebag.
No.
That's
Trevor
exactly
Hoffman-
what he's saying.
Trevor Hoffman had Hell's Bells.
At the same time, though, he's trying to say no one can come after me. That's what he's saying.
He did not say that at all.
Jake, is that what he said?
Yeah, that's what he said.
Pretty much what he said, Dallas.
Jake
So-
didn't hear you. You cut out.
I
No.
didn't cut out.
When you have the greatest closer the game has ever seen, accompanied with potentially the greatest combination of productivity and entertainment with the song, there's a reason it was ominous, because your day was fucking done. And he put you to bed many a night, Jared. Many a night did Mariano
Talking to the wrong
tuck
guy.
you into
No
bed.
team owned Mariano Rivera more than the Boston Red Sox, pal.
Well, that's what happens when you face a team as much as he did in the postseason as much as he did.
Please,
You're bound to
please.
get numbers, Jared.
Save
It's
it.
bound to happen. But you're
Spare
trying
me.
to take away what this guy, get the fuck right
No.
out of town. The day you put Mariano Rivera and Edwin Diaz and their entrance music or their productivity in the same
Two different
fucking
experiences. Edwin Diaz and his entrance song set the world on fire this year. On
That's-
fire.
No denying that. No
Okay.
denying that.
So then you can have the comparison.
No, you can't.
Yes,
I
you
think
can.
you can. I mean, what's the difference, dude? I mean, let's be honest. We can't get stuck up in the players. It's not about the players, it's about the song. Obviously, the players, the mystique, but it's like Edwin Diaz. If you're playing an Edwin Diaz highlight video, show me an Edwin Diaz clip. It's his walk up. It's like his entrance with Timmy Trumpets
Also,
in there.
Like
Mariano
I'm
Rivera,
sticking
you're just
to my
watching
point about the
freaking
atmospheres are
pitching.
completely different. And no one was
What are you
bopping around
talking
to
about?
fucking Enter Sandman. Woo! No one did that. No
Yeah, 'cause
one
that's
did
not
that.
that's not how that song goes. That's
Right,
not the feelings
it is.
that
They
are
don't bump around.
conjured.
Ever
No.
watched a Virginia Tech Hokies game, bro? They play that shit and everyone jumps around, dude, and they fucking
Different vibes. Different vibes. Different vibes.
But that's what I'm saying. If you're saying it's the song's fault, you can't blame the song.
I didn't say it was the song's fault. I didn't say
You
it
said
was
the
the song's
song.
fault.
You can't,
You're
you
a
can't bop
Mariano
around to that
Rivera
song.
simp, is what you are.
Yeah, I will absolutely for sure. No
You know
problem.
he's a
no
big
problem
trumper, right?
admitting that.
That's problematic.
That there's just like no,
Huge trumper. Yes, he is.
not having that conversation. Like the comparison of the excitement. Those are different conversations. Different conversations. But the idea that that whole package is comparable to that whole package, no.
We can move on because I'm correct. This is good news. Yeah, I feel like
What?
a lot of people are going to appreciate this. MLB TV now has access to minor league baseball.
That's fantastic.
I used to buy both. I can't remember. I mean, it was obviously a reasonable price. It was when Yoan Moncada was a prospect in the Red Sox system. I had the like MLB TV and then MILB TV. Now they're combining the two. But the catch is, I mean, they're really just making it more convenient because they're upping the price of MLB TV by $10.
What?
What? Yeah, MLB TV has a price increase of $10 extra, but they are giving you MILB TV for perceived value, I guess, because it's the same product, but they're just charging you $10 more.
Well, those scumbags better put less commercials in there when you're trying to rewatch old games.
What if they're
That's
my
all I'll
commercials?
say.
What if they're my commercials, Joe?
Well, yeah, all right, fine. If it's Jared, it's fine. But like, this is obviously just a thing that's no one else cares about except me. But if you go to an old MLB.TV game, let's say you're trying to find a clip for a video that you're making on YouTube, you got to watch 100 fucking ads, even though you already pay for it, and the game's old anyway.
Dallas, will you be using the minor league thing?
Yeah. I watch. I was gonna say I don't watch minor league baseball live because I'm watching other big league games live, but there is a site that I've gone to for a long time now to watch videos of minor league players. But this is going to be cool because
what are you talking about? Share the knowledge.
No, I'm probably not going to do that.
You're just going to be there's this website that I use to look at minor leaguers. I'm not going to tell you about it. I mean, I feel like a lot of people listening to this podcast would really enjoy it, but I'm going to keep it to myself.
Well, if I'm being honest, I don't know that there is a consumer based product that is available to the public.
Ooh, you're hacking?
If that makes sense. So that's but this is great because if you're watching a big league game and you're watching the minor league game side by side, you can kind of just get a look at the future, think about how things move. But watching prospects, and if you're somebody who's like following the game at a level of depth, well, now you're kind of how I've kind of looked at being able to track the minor leagues is like being able to track currency. Like it'd be great if you had a favorite $100 bill.
No. Let Dallas cook.
Well, like if you could track, like you could see where that $100 bill has gone, and now let's just say currency had the ability to gain value, increase in value. Now you are watching that bill, you're tracking that bill. Oh shit, that bill's over here now. That bill's worth a little more. It's getting a little, and so you're following these commodities, much like you do with the stock market. And these commodities are traded, are they not? They are. So much like you would be watching your investment portfolio go to work, you could be watching your organization's investment portfolio go to work. What do you got?
It's bad news. It's bad news.
Bad
I come to you as bad news. Yeah, this is not good news. Frankie Montas will have shoulder surgery on February 21st. Aaron Boone just said. Not good.
That hurts.
Not good at all. Come on. Stop.
That sucks.
Stop.
I know Frankie was not happy about how things were going for him when he got over to New York, when they came to town. I was able to talk to him for a while. And like he's been through a lot and felt like it was going to be a new start, a fresh start, obviously with a great opportunity in front of him. So this sucks. This sucks big time. And for Yankee fans, I mean, this is a guy that you were definitely excited to see like for a full season and see if, there was going to be some bounce back. I know they weren't too terribly happy, too excited about how things went for Frankie when he showed up. But I can tell you that I knew then what you know now and what you probably knew then as Yankee fans, that things weren't 100% right. Trying to get some things back on track and dealing with injury. It's tough to do that, but you want to pitch, you want to take the ball, especially when you're, when somebody comes and gets you. So you want to make an impact. But with all that being said, this is not great for the Yankees, and it's not great for Frankie, obviously.
Now, what did I do wrong? What did I see wrong?
That's just not cool. Don't do stuff like that, Joe.
Do what?
The soundboard stuff.
All right, man.
You got to chill with that. Come on, dude.
Yankees lose.
Classless.
Unbelievable.
Classless.
Didn't think you had it in you, but you do. You do.
Joe? I mean, Joe's a savage. No. By the way, Jay Hay not here, by the way. I feel like we should address the fact that Jay Hay's not here. Joey said Jay Hay had some family, not like a bad, like he just had some like family things today. And Joey said, if you're gonna fucking love your family, then you don't show your face on the podcast today.
I mean, yeah, I mean, it's first day of spring training. It's like kind of thing. Like you knew this is when we're reporting.
It was on the calendar.
You get that shit done. You had how many months?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I mean, how many years was he absent from the pod? He's coming off a vacation.
A hell of a vacation.
Yeah, like 2 years.
And now this is more family time. I mean, it's like,
yeah, I think it's fair to start to call the question the commitment, the dedication, the love, the love.
Well, I mean, it's just it kind of just it comes off as he cares about his family more than the podcast.
Yeah, it definitely does.
It comes off that way.
Definitely does. Big fucking Family Guy vibes.
Yeah, we can't have that.
He'll learn. Jared's fucking internet sucks.
You got to switch from Verizon, Jared. This is bad.
Yeah, I gotta get rid of this internet, and I gotta switch to Comcast Xfinity. Oh yeah, Game Day just got a major upgrade with the next generation Xfinity 10G network. With Xfinity 10G, you can power an entire house full of devices all at once. So go ahead, invite your neighbors over for the game and your neighbors' neighbors. Xfinity 10G can handle it all at once with ultra low lag. Xfinity 10G gives you the fastest internet both at home and when you're away with millions of Wi-Fi hotspots. You can stay right in the action even when you're on the go. Introducing the next generation 10G network only from Xfinity. The future starts now. Learn more at xfinity.com/10G. That is the number 10.
Think of that, dude. Think of all the tabs you can have open with that shit.
Yeah.
You could be watching the Athletics on MLB TV. You could watch the freaking Iron Pigs. Yeah, the Miners. You can keep track of Jacob deGrom all season. Right now we got that.
Wow!
Oh, God!
What a dick!
That's fucked up, dude.
Oh, that's fucking uncalled for. I will not take this slander.
Who? Yeah, I wasn't saying you.
No, I know. It's just slander in one of the greatest arms the game has ever seen.
That's why I want to watch him.
Damn, dude. It's fucked up. I wanted to make sure I was going to lead with this until I kind of saw some of the other topics, but and I guess because we're doing one podcast a week, it's I don't want to say it's outdated, but we haven't talked about it since the last time we recorded. Some Padres news here. The Yu Darvish extension. And then they also go out and give 4 years to Michael Wacha. I feel like the term reckless is being overused here. Let's get into it. The Yu Darvish extension, it replaces the final year of his previous contract. So he gets a $6 million signing bonus. So originally he was getting $18 million this year. Now he's getting $24 million. So he got a raise on the final year of his deal, which is 2023. 2024, he gets 15. Then it goes, that's fucking weird. That must be, what a weird breakdown. 24 and 23. Then he gets 15 next year. Then he gets 20 and 25. Then he gets 15 and 26. Then he gets 14 and 27. Then he gets 14 and 28. Full no trade protection. And his 2028 salary increases by $1 million with any Cy Young season between 2023 and 2027. That's fucking, why does he make 15?
It's just flexibility
15,
in those years.
2015. That's fucking weird.
But it's flexibility in those years for the front office.
Yeah. So 6 years, $108 million for 36-year-old Yu Darvish. Is that how old he is?
30.
Yeah.
Damn.
He's 36. He'll be 37 this summer.
Yeah, age 42 season.
Damn. Okay. Was this a smart decision by the San Diego Padres?
Well, look, smart. I think you got to wait to play that out, right? I think you could knee-jerkingly react and go, "Oh, it's stupid. He's going to be 42. He's going to be 40 for over."
They could look really smart in the end. If he pitches like Justin Verlander and Max Scherzer, guys are
that's
older.
Where I was going. Is
the word is risky. It's risky. There's great risk here.
Yes, because again, for over half this deal, he's going to be 40 plus years old. 40,
correct.
41, 42.
40 is the new 32 now, though, with starting pitchers.
And that's where who has shown us that.
Hall of Fame caliber pitchers.
And how many of them, though?
Like 2.
So I want to believe what you're saying right now. Like I want to think along those same lines as well, because I'd like to think that, arm care and just the way that they're able to take care of themselves.
Modern medicine.
Sure. That could help, because without modern medicine, is Justin Verlander doing what he's doing right now? No.
I think Justin Verlander, Max Scherzer, who's the other guy? Is there another like 40 plus guy that I'm thinking?
Rich Hill.
Rich Hill, but I wouldn't put him like,
he's still going.
Rich Hill?
There's a difference. No,
it's just like
still going.
Yeah, there's just like difference. I'm talking about like power pitchers that are still power pitchers,
right?
Like Rich Hill was never a power pitcher.
But
like
does Darvish need to be? He's got 13 pitches.
No, but I mean he is a power pitcher. Like he can get it up there with velocity. I'm just saying that like the Max Scherzers, Justin Verlanders of the world, these are probably the first crop of Hall of Fame pitchers who got to their 40s or late 30s, early 40s during a time where arm care and the knowledge of the body and the shoulder and the elbow was as advanced as it is right now.
Yeah, like
I don't think that they're more special than like Hall of Fame pitchers that retired at 35, 36. It's just they had more knowledge than those guys.
Yeah, like how old is Scherzer?
39?
38, 39? And his deal
Max
is done
Scherzer.
after this year, correct?
Max Scherzer is 38.
So he's 38. He'll be 39 by the end of this year, I assume.
I think he turns in July.
Oh, yeah. So he'll be 39 in July. I think he's got an option for next year. So he could potentially turn 40 next year while pitching. And it's him and Verlander that are that quality of arm in terms of stuff that we see still doing what they're doing anywhere close to a level that they did when they entered the game. And when I think about you, Darvish, I think about a guy like Bronson Arroyo, to your point, Joey. Because is that what you, Darvish, is doing age 40, 41, 42 seasons, where you're getting a lot of sliders, a lot of sinkers, a lot of benders, a lot of strings getting pulled, as opposed to that mid to upper 90s fastball that allows Darvish's stuff to play the way it does right now. Because when the arm speed goes away, the bite on the other shit goes away as well. And that's where you have to start to figure out, can you pitch all of the way that we watched Zach Greinke develop outside of his mid to upper 90s fastball? So that's what you're kind of going to wait and see to take place, is how well is that adjustment made for Darvish? Because that's where it's going to become either a, wow, you know what? Not a bad decision at all, based on who they had around him, the lineup they had, what they needed him to do. If in age 40 to 42 seasons, he's given you a 3.8 and he's making 26 plus starts for you, I feel like you'll take that.
Just looking at the Padres projected rotation, now you got Darvish locked in for the next 6. Joe Musgrove, who got the bag, Blake Snell. Then they ink Michael Wacha. I don't want to say it was thin after your first 3 guys before the Wacha signing, because originally in my head I'm thinking signing Michael Wacha this late, especially to a 4-year deal, but whatever.
But how long for those 3 dudes, Jared? All those 3 guys are going to be together for a minimum of?
Well, Snell, is Snell up after this year?
I thought this year, then he has an option, right? No?
I can tell you right now. Blake Snell, 5 years, 50. He's up after this year. There's no option. So he's in his walk year.
So it's Musgrove and Darvish.
Yeah, you've got Darvish, Musgrove, Snell, Wacha, and then some combination of Nick Martinez and Seth Lugo. So you've got 6 viable options in the rotation there. I don't know. I like it. I mean, it's. I don't know that. I don't know that you look at that and call it one of the best rotations in baseball, but it's a pretty damn good rotation.
Yeah,
top 3 guys will strike your ass out.
Yeah, a lot of swing and miss there. A lot of swing and miss.
No, there's definitely swing and miss there.
I think it's great for like a playoff rotation. Like your top 3 guys are all going to be sub 4, right?
Yeah.
You're going to get some, your top 3 guys are going to flirt with 200 strikeout seasons. I like it.
I mean, that's what you want. Like, I don't think the Padres are going to miss the playoffs. If they do, they got bigger problems.
No.
But God, if you have 3 pitchers like that, I mean, what more do you need?
Well, conceivably, you'd like to think that, you got a shot 2 out of 3 days every series.
I think it's crazy that you, Darvish, has 11 years of service time. Where does the time go?
Really?
11 years? When does that happen? A guy from Japan comes over and pitches that long?
Well, he did miss. He missed a year and a half or so?
Darvish?
Yeah.
When the fuck did he do that?
No. He made, like early. Well, I don't know, early. But 2015, 16, 17 or 17, 18, something like that.
Looks like he missed 2015 altogether.
Well, he missed 15, but then there was 2 years in a row where it was like injury shit.
Yeah, 17 and 18.
Yeah.
Yes, I mean, he was still here. I'm just saying that was
49 and 2/3.
Yeah, okay.
So if you're a team, are you looking at that like, oh, he bounced back from injury, or oh shit, he's got a history?
Yeah, no, I mean, you got to look at it like he's bounced back, because the next year The next year he was fine. What did we just talk about? That was 2017 and 2018 where he was back-to-back down years.
Yep.
So then 2019 he was still with the Cubs, right? 2020 he was still with the Cubs.
Mm-hmm.
Well, he was fine though in the COVID season.
Correct.
More than fine.
And he was a fucking all-star in 21.
I remember we did Morning Wood. I feel like we did a lot of shit on you, Darvish. It was basically him versus Bauer at the end there for the Cy Young.
Yeah. Yeah. So I would venture to guess that he made all of his starts in those next 4 years after those 2 down years.
He's made 30 starts even the last 2 seasons, age 34, 35 seasons.
Yeah. And what'd he do coming off the 2 down years and then the COVID year? So that's 2019, 2020.
COVID year was the year that he came off that. Or no. 2019, he made 31 starts.
There you go.
How many over a 60 game season? How many, like, what's the equivalent to 30 starts?
Like
how many starts did
I would
Biebs
say
make?
11 to 13. I don't know that
Because he made 12, and I think
13 starts.
Shane Bieber in
that's what I was gonna say.
2020, 16 starts.
Bieber made 16.
Yes, and Darvish made 12. Because that was the thing. Was like when we were talking about Cy Young during the COVID season, you couldn't miss one start. You couldn't.
Yeah, no, you could not miss one start. Yeah, so yeah, I'd still say that if the 12 starts is to the COVID season, what 30 starts is. Yeah, I got him making damn near every start. So yeah, I mean, that's a long-winded way of saying he bounced back just fine after those 2 shitty years, and nothing's been a question. I mean, he's been in the Cy Young conversation.
Right. We fucking love you. Jake,
Love
book you,
you.
Darvish. I want you, Darvish, on the podcast this year.
Book him, you.
We'll get him in here. Thoughts on the Waka signing? Does that do anything for you? I mean, for me, I was with the majority that were surprised that he got 4 fucking years. Because everyone was saying he's still out there because he had a good year in Boston, but all the advanced statistics would tell you that he got lucky. And then to take that and parlay that into a 4-year deal, good for you. Tip of the cap. Proud of you. That's awesome. Great dude, by the way. Michael Walker is a fucking solid dude. If you're a Padres fan, listen to this. You're getting a good one. But I think it's more just San Diego saying, we don't give a fuck. Like, if it doesn't work out, we'll just release your ass. Who cares?
I mean, yeah, it might be that way. It might be San Diego just saying quietly, look, we will, on a lower scale, on a lower level, we will do whatever we need to do to secure what we think makes an impact right now and could make an impact in a small window moving forward. And maybe that's just this year and next year. But in an effort to pay for that window and see how it works out, we'll lock up 2 extra years. And fuck, who knows? Maybe it works out. If it doesn't, maybe we have a resource that we can move around to help kind of replenish this farm system that we know we have to keep afloat. But with new ownership here, we're ready to write checks, and we will be writing checks. That's what this has said.
Yeah.
That's exactly what this has said. Is we'll fuck, yeah. We'll dance too. We see what's going on out in New York. We get it. Uncle Stevie, we might not be invited to the same dance, but you know what? The dance we're at, we're going to be cutting a fucking rug. DJ, play that fucking track.
In the air to right field. Towards the corner. It's back. It's gone. Welcome to Slam Diego.
Joe, as a fan of I don't want to call them a juggernaut, but one of the top teams in the National League, you scared of them Padres, boy?
I mean, hey, they're formidable opponents.
Mm-hmm.
They are formidable opponents. There's a lot of formidable opponents around the league. Am I scared of them? I'm not the one playing the games, so no.
Right. If you Braves Padres NLCS best of 7, who you taking and how many games?
The Braves will win it in at least 6. I mean, I'm leaning 5. I think the Braves are the better team, more complete team. Why not?
I'm just asking.
I'm saying at least 6, maybe 5. I mean, maybe 4, obviously, but like, 4 is not 4. We probably wouldn't sweep them because, they got Darvish going game 1. They got a great lineup and but that's a team that's not even projected to win the division.
What are those projections? Does anyone have those handy? I would love to see how many wins the Padres are projected to get versus the Dodgers.
I know that the PECOTA projection.
Oh, fuck PECOTA. I don't want. No, fuck PECOTA.
Fuck PECOTA.
What about the PECOTA? What in the algorithm do you not like about the PECOTA?
How they fucking had the Royals in last place every year that they were in the World Series. After that, yes. PECOTA hated the Royals when they were winning the pennant every year.
What are you, Zips? What do you want, Zips?
Yeah, give me some Zips.
Sound like a fucking pissed off Peter Griffin.
Not fucking tomorrow! What about tonight? Tonight, Carrabis! Say something!
Say something. Fuck PECOTA.
Give me Zips.
I'm trying to find
Fangraphs. Doesn't Fangraphs do their own projections?
I think they don't come out until like right before the season usually.
I mean, that's fair. I mean, they're sure.
And also like, I don't know, Steamer, Coda, all these things. They're all like coded in a way where it's hard to keep track of what is what. What's the difference? No one fucking knows what's going on, bro. I'm not an AI learning machine. I don't know the difference, bro. All I know is I go PECOTA. That's me. So we're staying with PECOTA.
Joe.
No, bro. PECOTA's lit.
Hey, I got one thing to say to you, Joe. Fuck PECOTA.
PECOTA's good, bro. They put in a lot of work on these things. And the Dodgers are projected to win 96 games while Padres at 92. So that's a 4. They're projected to win by 4 games.
How many games did they win last year?
Dubs for the Friars. Really?
Yep.
2022.
Only 4 games separating the Dodgers and the Padres, huh?
The Padres won 89. So their offseason equates to 3 more wins.
Exactly.
That doesn't. Yeah, this is why PECOTA sucks.
Oh, but I'm saying, like, bro, it's like you gotta, like, there's a margin of error.
You sign Xander Bogaerts, you bring back Fernando Tatis Jr., who you didn't have last year. You're telling me that's worth 3 wins? No, that's wrong.
Well, you gotta look in the division, and they got, San Francisco got better.
Did they?
Arizona got better.
San Francisco got better. I think San Francisco quietly got better. And people are still just like, look, but you didn't get Correa, you didn't get Judge, so you're an afterthought. And
they lost Rodon. And they lost
Rodon. Fair.
Well, but and guess what? Another year of Chris Bryant in Colorado. Healthy Chris Bryant. You got to factor that in. And we're also factoring in the new rules.
Chris Bryant is a fucking prisoner. He is in hell right now.
That is such a, like, to even say that out loud. Like, it sounds funny. I don't even know why we're laughing. I mean,
another year Chris Bryant in Colorado.
And it's almost like you look around and you're like, oh, who did that to him? Who did that?
It's like in gym class and you get split up from your best friend and they get put on the team with all like the gothic kids that don't want to play. It's like, what a waste. What a waste.
Guys, that's such a, I wish you could tap into that talent.
Yeah. That's too bad. Anyways, I don't know. Little more, some more love for the San Diego Padres as if there wasn't enough already. The Frankie Montas surgery, that's obviously tough. Do we know what kind of surgery it is, Dallas? No?
You froze.
Do we know what kind of surgery it is for Frankie Montas?
Shoulder.
But like what kind of shoulder surgery?
Yeah. Elbow.
Elbow.
He's got an elbow in his shoulder, bro.
He's got an elbow in his shoulder. Okay. Nestor Cortes. Dallas thinks that this is a nothing burger. Grade 2 right hamstring strain that'll keep him off the mound for 2 weeks. This is how it starts, Dallas.
Nestor, you were very excited about pitching for Team USA.
Definitely.
What's the level of disappointment that you're not going to be able to do that?
Yeah, I remember early talks last year, towards the end of the season, where kind of told my people that I wanted to participate in the World Baseball Classic. I was very excited for it. Wanted to represent Team USA. It was a country that gave me a lot of opportunity to do a lot of stuff that I'm doing today, and I was very excited for it. But this came into this week, and very disappointed, and obviously very sad that I can't participate.
What is this going to do for your preparation for the regular season?
Yeah, I think the ultimate goal here is to get ready for number 28. I think it's
Cheap pop.
kind of a letdown for the country, but I think the biggest goal right here is to get healthy and be ready for the start of the season.
Just 28 rings, bro. Just you know what, bro? Like, fuck America. Fuck George Washington and Abraham Lincoln. It's all about 28, bro. And by the way,
you heard him say like he understands this is a disappointment to the country. And
no, it's not. I don't want him on my team, by the way.
Wow. What?
Team USA is better because he's not on it. And by the way, go shave your face. He's got a whole fucking beard going. How disrespectful is that to George Steinbrenner? Pissing on George Steinbrenner's grave with that facial hair at Yankee spring training, and pissing on George Washington's grave as well. How many graves are we going to let Nestor Cortes piss on before someone steps in and stops this menace?
What? I don't think Nestor's got a bladder issue, Jared. I think you've got.
Sounds like, dude.
I think you've got a Nestor issue.
I don't have it. He retweeted me the other day.
Whoa.
Yeah, you didn't see that?
No, I didn't.
Yeah, he quote tweeted me. He's
kind of
Jared's simp.
You think he's pissing on everyone?
That's not that I think that. Tell me I'm wrong about it. My assessment.
I think you might be off because I think I think. And look, I don't know. I don't know how Nestor's legs feel. I do know that
they don't feel good at all.
I do know that there's been some folks.
They must hurt really bad if you're willing to let down an entire country.
Hey, you know what, Jared? The weight of an entire country sometimes comes with a burden, and sometimes the legs can't bear that burden.
Yeah, I guess. Or some of us, like, imagine saying that you have a fucking hamstring injury and that's why you can't storm the beaches of Normandy. Oh, my hamstring. Oh, I'm sorry. I can't.
Well, you know,
imagine in
probably
a
couple different scenarios here we're talking about.
Imagine Pearl Harbor, December 7th, 1941. You're on the beaches of Hawaii, and you've got the Japanese flying their planes in. And you can't man the guns. You can't get a bird in the sky to protect these ships. The Arizona's going down, and you're like, "Sorry, Sarge, my fucking hamstring has a grade 2 strain."
No, I don't. I don't.
What about in Vietnam, Dallas? What about in Vietnam, Dallas?
Sure.
You got villages burning to the ground. You're like, "Sorry to the rest of my platoon, but my hamstring hurts today."
It's a solid point, bro. It is a solid point.
Thank you.
Have you seen Japan's fucking starting pitchers?
Yeah, they don't give a fuck. They will amputate their legs and attach a new hamstring on just to represent their country.
I mean, come on, bro.
I've said that about every other. I'm on the record as saying my whole thing was, didn't we have guys who were excited about this recently have to pull out?
Like who?
Haven't there been some other
Nestor
guys?
Cortes.
Yes. Jose Ramirez pulled out.
Mm-hmm.
Acuna pulled in. That says his character.
Buddy, let's go. This is great. Actually, you know what?
Garrett Cole out for the season.
Well, we're not going to know because Jared's internet's down again.
No. Did you see the tweet that I tweeted out before we started the show?
We didn't hear anything you just said.
You didn't hear anything I said?
No.
Repeat the breaking news. We don't know it yet.
That's fine.
Dude, say it again.
No, I said it while my internet dropped out. I'm going to get better internet because I'm going to switch to Comcast Xfinity. And when I do that, I'm going to be ripping and roaring with some new internet next week.
Well, do you want to tell us our breaking news?
No. It's the breaking news went off because it was a DM related to something show related. Yeah. So it wasn't baseball breaking news, but if you're a listener of Baseball's Dead, it's gonna be good. It's gonna be good. I'm excited.
I can't handle this right now.
Dude,
I feel like I'm doing a fucking podcast with you in a fucking in some kind of bunker somewhere in the fucking mountains.
I know. I need
I'm
Comcast
waiting for like
Xfinity.
an SOS sign behind you, like you're just blinking really hard.
All right, we're gonna get through this just so I can switch my fucking internet to Comcast Xfinity. Bob Nightingale. This was yesterday. Chicago White Sox pitcher Mike Clevenger, who remains under investigation for potentially violating MLB's domestic violence policy, will be permitted to fully participate at the White Sox spring training camp. He's not being placed on administrative leave at this time. How do you think that's going to go?
Ooh, he's going to get a lot of questions. Say that much.
Yeah.
Do you, if you're him, do you hide behind it's an ongoing investigation, I can't comment? Or do you get your side of the story out there? Or what do you do?
I honestly think that is all person to person. Like that goes from person to person there, because you could say, look, man, as your legal representation, I don't think it's wise that you comment on anything at all. We know where we stand, meaning when I say we, like I'm speaking as his legal representation, we know where we stand. We know what we have in front of us. So why don't we just take this route? Let's keep it to baseball question, folks. If you got baseball questions, I'd be more than happy to answer those. Anything else, I can't really comment right now. Obviously, there's an investigation going on. He can go that route. And I think it would be understood. You're still going to catch shit for not saying anything, blah, 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 blah. Or he could also try to explain himself, which, as his legal representation, you probably wouldn't want to see. Because if there are major criminal charges that lie ahead, I don't know that legally you should be saying things that could potentially incriminate you if that's the case, right?
Correct.
Like so there's a couple different ways you could go. I don't know that either way you choose is going to be favorable in the court of public opinion, because there's some heavy shit that comes along with what they're alleging here. And so, yeah, I got to believe that that's all going to be hashed out between himself and his legal representation moving forward. But yeah, the reception in the clubhouse, yeah, dude, there's a lot. There's a lot there. There is a lot there just because of the implication with the children. You know what I mean?
Correct. I feel like, obviously I don't think that you're going to speak on your own behalf, but there's got to be players in the clubhouse that feel a certain way about, like, when it comes to like abuse of a child. I
could tell you right now, as a teammate, I would need clarification.
Right.
I'm going to need clarification. Why? Because I assume at some point in time, you're going to have your family in the family room. My family's going to be in the family room as well. And
who was it? Zach Britton? Was it Zach Britton? It might have been whoever, when they were talking about either Chapman or Domingo Herman, like, you don't get to choose your teammates.
Yeah.
Was that Zach Britton? I don't want to put that quote on someone that it wasn't, but it was one of the. I think it was.
I don't know. No, I thought you were speaking like you knew that's who it was. No, I don't remember, but I remember that statement absolutely. I don't know if it was regards to Chapman.
It was Zach Britton, and it was about Domingo Herman. And the quote was, "You can't control who your teammates are."
Yeah. Because again, like the details that go into that whole thing, like if it's him and his significant other arguing and yelling and something gets thrown or hit or whatever, and the kid was coming around the corner and you know what I mean? Like I don't know the detail. We don't know the nuance to the whole. So that's why it's just as a teammate, I would want some clarification. And then from there, whatever he's willing to share with me, whatever I get, I go from there. You know what I mean? I move from there. But if you're somebody that is going through something like this, I would hope you would understand that your teammates are going to want to know or would probably want answers. One, because you're a teammate. How can I help you? But I need to understand what sort of impact you're going to have on this room as well. Because there's other guys we have to concern ourselves with too. Not just me, not just you. There's 24 other dudes in here that we got to, that we care about.
Okay. I'm going to fucking smash this thing. Then last but not least, Dallas, I'll kick it to you on this one. Mike Trout said, and this is from Bob Nightingale, and I quote, "I'm going to do everything I can to keep Shohei here."
Ooh.
It's a nice sentiment, but what the fuck can Mike Trout do besides say, "Come on, man, like run it back, bro"? Like, what the fuck can Mike Trout do? What can anyone do that's a player? It's not a knock on Mike Trout, but it's like, what are you going to do? That another team offering $500 million, like he knows how this works. He's got to say that. He's not stupid. He's just like, trying to.
This is where, like, let's say you're that. It's almost like Destiny's Child, but let's say they only had two members instead of multiple members. Like,
can you name all three?
Fucking Beyonce, Kelly. What?
No one knows the other one.
Left Eye. No, I'm kidding.
No, wrong band.
No, I know. Shout out Left Eye. No, that's all I got. Fucking Kelly.
Her name's Michelle, I believe. I don't know her last name though.
I mean,
but I know her name's Michelle.
They slayed. But
so it's like if Beyonce was, yeah,
you know what I mean?
Come on, Michelle. Or no, Michelle was like Beyonce.
Exactly.
But Michelle was the Anthony Rendon in this equation.
Wow. But it could be like, this is where Shohei's going, look, man, it's going to be so much better though for me, Mm-hmm. And do you understand that? Yeah. Do you get that? Like, because I know you're happy with everything you have right here, and that is fantastic. Yeah. That is fantastic. I just, if I'm being honest, Mike, I've had your example to look at. Oh, I know you don't want to hear that, but this is what I have your example, man. And I know that I see how they've done you. What makes you think they're going to treat me any differently? What makes you think their approach is going to change? I don't know that it is.
Oh, they just signed Gio Urshela. We got Gio Urshela. Come on.
Yeah. That's why I said the Artie thing was the biggest impediment between being able to keep Shohei there and not. And now that he's not selling and he's cementing the approach that has kept the Angels floundering since 2002 in playoff purgatory, not being able to get there, not being able, like, hey, and so be it.
Tough offseason for Mike Trout. Eagles lost.
Eagles lost.
Barely any snow in the East Coast.
Yeah.
It's like weather's.
I'm going to get the fuck out of here before my internet goes out one more time, and I'm going to punch my fucking laptop in the face.
Oh, hey, welcome back. What'd you say?
If you guys have any other final thoughts.
It froze again. If you're listening, it froze again.
Any final thoughts?
Oh man, I want you to cheer up, dude. I don't want your day
Dude, he was literally here yesterday and gave me a new router, and it's worse.
It might be worse. I don't know how it was yesterday. Not great today, though.
Yeah. All right. See you next week. Bye. Fuck.
But I don't want. Are you there?
Yeah.
You got to move back to the DR, bro. Get some real internet.
Yeah, fucking Saugus Domingo has got some infrastructure issues that need to be ironed out. Oh man, you guys didn't hear about that storm that crushed the small inlet of Saugus Domingo.
Don't laugh.
Oh man, you're fucking having a bang up day right now. What else you want to talk about?
I'm ending the podcast.
Oh, hey, did you hear that Bo Bichette does not like arbitration? We out.